Why you feel empty after socializing. Have you ever spent hours with people, laughed, talked, stayed present, and then came home feeling strangely hollow? Not sad, not angry, just empty. As if something was taken from you, even though nothing bad happened. You start wondering if something is wrong with you. Why can others enjoy connection while you leave it feeling drained? The answer is deeper than you're introverted, and it may have less to do with people than what happens inside you while you're with them. You know the feeling. You're in a room full of conversation. You smile at the right moments. You listen carefully. You say the right things. Maybe people even enjoy being around you. But during the whole interaction, a second process is running silently in the background. You're monitoring yourself. How do I sound? Did I talk too much? Was that awkward? Do they like me? Should I say more? Should I say less? By the time you leave, your body was present, but your mind worked overtime. This is where many people get confused. They think social exhaustion comes from talking. Often it comes from self-surveillance. And this doesn't only affect energy, it slowly affects identity. You begin to believe that being around people always costs something, so you withdraw more. You become harder to know. You feel lonely, déisant, then drained, then lonely again. You may even tell yourself, I'm just bad with people. But that story is often inaccurate, because what looks like poor social ability is sometimes high psychological effort. That distinction changes everything. You are not broken. What you call emptiness may actually be an old adaptation. At some point in life, being socially aware may have protected you. Maybe in childhood, moods in the room mattered. Maybe criticism was unpredictable. Maybe acceptance felt conditional. So your brain learned, watch carefully, adjust quickly, stay acceptable. That strategy can help you survive tense environments. But later, in normal situations, the brain keeps using an outdated map. It still treats connection like something risky that must be managed. Psychologically, this involves two systems. The first is the social reward system. Healthy connection usually gives the brain dopamine and oxytocin, signals of safety, belonging, warmth. The second is the threat monitoring system. This includes networks linked to the amygdala and stress response. It scans for rejection, judgment, exclusion. When the threat system stays active during socializing, reward signals get muted. It's like trying to hear music while an alarm is ringing in the same room. The music exists, but the alarm dominates attention. So you leave with little emotional nourishment because your brain was busy guarding the door. There's a simple mental model for this: battery versus background apps. You think socializing drains your battery, but often hidden apps are running in the background. People pleasing, self-editing, scanning faces, predicting reactions. Those apps consume most of the energy, which means the solution is not always avoid people. Sometimes it's learning to close the hidden apps. So how do you begin? Not with forcing extroversion, not with becoming louder. Start smaller. Notice the second conversation. During social moments, ask, what am I saying to myself right now? This builds metacognition, the brain's ability to observe thoughts instead of becoming them. At dinner, you notice the thought, they think I'm boring. You label it as a thought, not a fact. That small gap reduces stress load. Lower performance, increase presence. Choose one interaction where you stop trying to impress. Just respond simply. Authenticity reduces cognitive load. The prefrontal cortex uses less energy when you stop managing every detail. Instead of rehearsing the perfect reply, you simply say, I'm tired today. Less performance, more oxygen. Leave with one honest metric. After socializing, don't ask, did they like me? Ask, was I real? This shifts validation from external judgment to internal coherence. The brain calms when standards become controllable. Even if conversation felt awkward, you were honest and present. That counts differently. Recover correctly. Don't doom scroll after social exhaustion. Use sensory calm. Walk, shower, silence, stretching. Stress energy leaves through the body, not only through thinking. 10 minutes outside can reset more than 1 hour of rumination. Build one safe relationship slowly. The nervous system relearns safety through repetition, not theory. One person who feels steady can retrain your brain more than 10 shallow groups. Short, weekly coffee with someone calm and genuine. Consistency teaches the body what safety feels like. So remember this. You are not empty because people are draining. You feel empty when connection passes through fear first. When every room becomes a test, nothing feels nourishing. When vigilance softens, even small moments begin to feed you again. A short conversation, a real laugh, silence without pressure, these things start to land. Maybe the goal is not to become more social. Maybe the goal is to feel safe enough to receive what connection was always trying to give you. And sometimes the loneliest people are not those without company. They are the ones who were never allowed to relax inside it.